My name is Winifred Okafo. I'll be hosting today's session. I'm thrilled to be here with all of you as we explore some exciting topics and ideas in technology, AI, and innovation. Today's section will be on Think Like AI, the secret skill that makes you smarter. For those of us who may be new here, Things in AI is a multi-award winning social impact initiative launched at the United States AI for Good Summit in 2018. Our mission is to empower the next generation of AI leaders and innovators. Over the years, we have reached over 35,000 plus young people across 100 countries worldwide, making a global impact. So in today's section, you have a chance to explore how to view the world through the lens of pattern thinking and probability thinking. You would also discover how to train your own mind by learning from feedback, much like machine learning models. And lastly, we will host a short session on the talk and ask us any and many questions as you have. I'm delighted to introduce our speaker for today, Isuru Yenanga, a marketing manager at WSO2. So Isuru is a product marketing manager solutions with over 10 years of industry experience and a master's in information technology. She began her career in quantity assurance, specializing in test automation and a certified ISTQB professional. Wow. Let's give a warm welcome to Isuru and let us begin. Isuru, over to you. We're happy to have you here.
All right, thank you, Winfred. I guess audible, right? And let me share my screen. All right, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay, so well, yeah, if we talk about the AI hype right now, so I would say it's AI hype right now. Um, what is the thing that you get into your mind? Is that I know number one is Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or if you are a little bit technical, AI agents. You might be working with AI agents, and if you further technical, maybe you are building agentic enterprise. But today's session, I'm not here to talk about how you are going to work with AI tools or the technicality there. No. What if we can use that technique and think like an AI? How would like if we can think like Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT? Why I chose this topic is because these days, especially these days, I have seen that CEOs write code, deploy the code, and test the code as well. And I have seen marketing officers do front end designs or graphic designs. And I've seen software developers doing sales or marketing. So all the roles are jumbled today, right now. Um, and it seems like, yeah, we are smart. But the question is, are we really smart? Or do we look like smart? So that's why I wanted to choose this topic and bring the idea of like how does AI do that and how we can adapt the same same ways and maybe become smarter, right? So AI doesn't have a magic brain. Uh, they have uh, some tactics. Maybe we can like strategies, four thinking strategies that AI has. One is pattern thinking, and what they do is they look for the probabilities and they break down the problem, and they are always learning through the feedback. So let's go to the first one, pattern thinking. So, uh, you know, uh, yeah, I just got this code through ChatGPT, right? Still, it says like smart people are not always people who with the highest IQ, but then they are the one who notice patterns, right? As an example, have you seen that? Have you noticed that there are teachers who always say before beginning their lessons or during their lessons, they always say the same thing in every year? Or if you take successful people, um, they do the same thing, right? They have the same pattern. As an example, let's say, like, if you take like four successful businessmen, their pattern is always the same. Obviously, they wake up early and they keep fit. They do their exercises. They do the hardest thing. They kill the frog, like kill the frog in the sense like they do the hardest thing early in the morning and they plan their day. So that's a pattern of being successful or being a successful businessman. So AI does the same thing. Before they answer a question or anything, their trained data is looking for these patterns. So that's how that's what we can take from AI. What is does is that they always look for the patterns. They scan millions of examples and they build rules with that repetition. As an example, so let's say if you want to lose weight, then obviously what you have to do is you need to look into your diet first and make rules, because these things are a pattern that these are the things that you need to do if you want to lose weight. So you need to make the rules there and then predict what comes next. So that is how the number one strategy. So what you can do is the notice recurring themes in class, and yeah, spot what successful people have in common. See if you want to, my example, if you want to lose weight, see what they have done, the successful people have done there, and see how one subject connects to the other, and always ask, so have I seen this before? So then what they have done, what are the rules? So that is about pattern thinking. All right. So if you take another real life example, let's say if you take social media, uh, let's say that you want to go your post viral, right? So then again, there's a pattern. There's a pattern how posts go viral. So you can look into it, you can study it. And if you do the same thing, uh, with the rules, obviously your post will go viral as well. So you need to look into what are the hashtags and what is the time that you need to post, like that, right? And the successful companies such as Netflix, they look into user patterns. They categorize users and see their patterns. The users who watch horror movies, what do they, what they mostly looking into, and how much they they see the up to around what is their play time. So like that, they every pattern is observed. So that's how AI is doing that. So if you do that, there's a high probability that you also can gain success on what you are do in day to day. Yeah. Then second one is you have to break down the problem. Normally, we are obviously you guys, the teenagers, or even everybody nowadays, our problem is we overthink and then it gets overwhelmed, right? So, as an example, let's say you have an exam. You say, "Oh my God, I have an exam. So, what I'm going to do now? It's the last moment." But if you break it down to the subjects and the topics inside one subject, then you know the schedule and you know what to do. So same here, right? And So you can turn the overwhelm into small wins, because when you break down the problems, uh, okay, you tick it and you won it, right? So then the overthinking and overwhelm, it gets disappeared. It becomes your own win, and you get successful, right? So AI, it also never solves everything at once. um, it also decomposes the problem, because I'm pretty sure that you have seen, if you see Claude, it shows how it thinks how it decomposes the problem, and how it thinks thinks about the problem. So this is the same thing when you do it in the real life as well. So, yeah, as an example, if I have to build an app, let's say I have to build a front end app, I have given the business problem. Then what you do? First, you need to think, okay, what is the real life problem that I'm going to solve through this app? Then you get your features, and you name your features and you decompose it, right? Then you do your sketch, you do your UI sketch on a paper, and then for each UI, you list your buttons, you list your labels, and you uh, write down your algorithms, how it connects with backend, and then you write common things out of it. You take common things out of it, and you write your APIs like that. Then after that, you test it. Then you build your test suite, and you look into the bugs in each test suite, each test round, and you fix it, you repeat it, right? You That's how the power of decomposition works. So the same thing the AI does. And if you do it in your real life problems, not only the technical stuff, but in your real life problems as well, day to day life, you get the same result. That means you are not getting overwhelmed, but you get small wins, right? Right. So as an example, I told you, right? If you have your exam, you need to study for your finals. Without, if you don't decompose your problem, you feel overwhelming and you don't know what to do, right? And everything is like clocked together. But if you do it in the AI style, okay, what is the timetable? What subject comes first? And what are the topics that I need to study for this term? And what is the hardest? Am I going to skip this, or am I going to study this? So what is the highest marks given in what problems in highest marks are given? And you can have your the 25 minutes focus block. So that's a one successful pattern. Like you work for 20, you block for 25 minutes, you study hard for 25 minutes, you take like a 5-minute break, again you go for a 25-minute study plan, right? So then after that you review after each block, okay, what did I cover, what is remaining, so what is going to the next block, right? So that is that's how it looks like, the breaking a problem down. All right. Then the third one, probability thinking. So for all the questions that you ask, do you think AI knows the problem? No, right? It doesn't know the problem. It's just giving the most suitable or the highest probability answer with the highest probability. It doesn't know anything. That's why AI can make mistakes. But since it's given the highest probability answer, it always, like, you feel like, it feels like correct. This is the best thing that I can, write as the answer. This is the best thing if you ask for a personal question, because I know these days everybody use these AI tools as personal therapist as well. So once you ask something, it gives you the answer that you feel like, oh, that's the best answer. No, that's the most probabilistic answer, right? They are not perfect, but the smarter bit. And that means AI doesn't, AI, the AI tools, they don't wait until they know the right answer. If so, it would never become the tool, or it would never be in the production, right? So it it doesn't wait for the certainty. It just gives the answer with the highest probability, right? And they improve the odds. So the same theory we can apply to our real life as well. That means you just don't need to know the answer, because you don't know until that happens, right? You can go with your certainty, right? AI doesn't know, it just calculates odds. As an example, if you take the sentence, the cat sat on the, it will go for like mat, floor, or moon. So moon is like 2% of probability, because cat never sat on the moon, right? So it gets the highest probability answer and it ticks and it provides you. So the same as your version. Should I post this video on TikTok? Will it go viral? Yeah, it will. So just post it, do it, and then go back and see the pattern, right? See the pattern that I talk in the number one, right? Then you need to see, okay, then what if I post this on TikTok and it will go viral, but what is the time? What is the pattern that people have used uh, to go post viral, and what is that time? And what are those hashtags? And with that, you just do it. You don't know whether it would go viral or not, but you have a probability. So you post it and it will come near a probability. But if it doesn't, that's okay, right? You can try again. You can again look for the pattern. This is a loop, right? You can again look for the pattern and you can calculate the probability again and do it, right? So, yeah, everyday probability thinking. Like, we need to, this is like everyday skill. We need to stop asking, will this work? We need to believe on ourselves and then go for it, right? um, and we need to start asking, what are the chances? Oh, where can I improve that? To do that also, you need to take that step, you need to have that courage, right? So that is the hidden things in the AI that we don't see inside, right? It doesn't have emotions, I agree, but they are the hidden skills in the AI, right? So as an example, if I study chapters 3 and 7 extra, can I get more marks, right? Can I, if I maybe study another chapter, then can I go for the hardest question that provides the highest score, like that, right? So these are not only in, studies or anything, but in day-to-day life as well. Assume that you are in a friend circle, and if you're not consistent, will people count on you? No, right? But if you show up yourself in a consistent time, then people know, okay, uh, she always shows herself, uh, and she's on time. So they get your pattern. They get your pattern and they get used to it. So that's how things work, right? And in career also, let's say you are a software engineer. I take that because I'm a software engineer. I came from the technical background to the marketing. So let's say you want to be a successful software developer. It's not the same as how you do it in like 5 years back. No, if you want to be a successful developer, you need to market yourself, right? You need to showcase what you know. Otherwise, people don't know what you know. Then you need to take every possibility and go for it, right? Let's say you want to apply a job in Google or some high tech company. Then you do, okay, you maintain your GitHub, right? I guess if you're like technical people out here, you know GitHub, right? As an example, if you are a designer or in some other career, you need to write your portfolio, right? This is the same as what I'm saying in the technical terms. So GitHub is a platform that you store all your, technical projects. You can store your code. It's a storage, right? You can store your code, and you can write readmes in there. It's kind of a, like a resume if you maintain it, right? So if you want a like successful career, and if you want to go for a, a good company, yeah, first thing, you need to maintain your GitHub account, and you need to keep it updated. And so not only that, let's take the other possibility. You need to write blogs. So whatever you gain in your technical terms, let's say you're a machine learning engineer, right? So if you, but people don't know that you know up to which depth that you know machine learning, right? Then uh, be a blogger. So write everything that you learn, and write every, it can be very small, right? Let's say you are learning the very early part, linear regression, and you are creating a ML model through linear regression. You can write about it. You can say, this is the theory that I use, and this is the model that I develop. Then you can link your GitHub project to your Medium. So that's not only possible. That is not the only possibility. Then you can go for the another step. You can have your LinkedIn account, and you can publish those in the LinkedIn as well. And you tell the world, hey guys, look at me. These are the things that I'm doing right now, and I'm announcing what I'm doing. These are the theory behind my project. These are the technical things that behind my project, and these are the things that I'm learning. And my next step will be this. My next technical step in the same project will be this, or my next technical project will be this. You are announcing that. So you need to take you need to try, you need to hit every probability. Then you can, obviously, you should understand, if I only do the GitHub and you don't post it on Medium, there would be a 25% probability of getting that job. But if you post it on Medium and publish it on LinkedIn, there's a 50% of probability of getting that job, right? And then you go for another level. You do a podcast, or you do a video, or you do a YouTube short, and you speak about what you do, right? Another step. Then that's how these everyday probability thinking work in your day-to-day life, right? That is the same thing that AI does as well. It looks for all the probabilities. If you ask a question about a machine learning model, it thinks about the regression. And it thinks about the other models that use that, right? So it thinks about everything and get the most answer with the high probability and provide it to you. So you can then go through it, go through the code, go through the solution, and you think, okay, this is the one, but I feel like there's something odd here in the in between steps, and I need to refine it. So then you again provide it to the tool, right? Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT. Then it again look for the probabilities. So that's how it works. So that's how it goes in the real life as well, right? All right. So then we are in the last one. That is learning from feedback. Yeah. So before going into this, um, I want to share this. Let me see the time. Okay. Okay, we have time. So, this is a fun thing when you're doing AI, right? I don't know how many of you know about there's this science called astrology. Um, I don't know. But if you have because in Asian countries, I know that there's people know about this and people are so hype about the astrology. But I know when it comes to Western countries, you don't have to anyway believe in it. Nobody believes, but uh, people don't much know about it, right? So there's this fun thing called astrology that you can provide your birth time and the birth date and the birthplace. Just right, right? Just right. If you know your birth time, ask from your mom, right? Ask from your parents. You obviously know your birth date and birth location. Just put it to the AI tool and ask about you. Just ask like tell me like what's kind of a what character I am and what will happen in another 2 years. You'll be surprised, right? Again, that's a pattern. So that is something that is not something that AI has done. That is like more like thousands of years back. They have like these astrologers. They have developed these patterns, and they do predictions. They do probability predictions, right? And people in Asian countries, these are like very highly earning careers, I would say, because in Sri Lanka, I'm based in Colombo, Sri Lanka, and these astrologers, they earn very high because they say people about their future, right? And people, they really like to hear that whenever, assume that when you're sad and you need to know when would I, get over this problem, you go to astrologer with your birth details and you ask, what can I do? Then he looks for all these patterns because they are documented, and they say with something with high probability that can happen to into your future, right? And the best thing is AI tools also does that, right? If you provide your details and ask like, well, all are teenagers here, so did I meet someone, very special person in last year? Can you tell me about him? And this is his birth date is. Everything they will calculate the patterns and give you, a probable answer. Just try it. It would be fun, right? It would be fun. But yeah, you this is a fun thing that I wanted to share, that western countries, not western countries, but Asian countries too. So now those astrologers, now they use these AI tools as well, and they are like, doing marvelous stuff here, marvelous business in these countries, right? So yeah, and people make apps from that, and people get subscribed to those apps. Those are like businesses nowadays, right? So again, that's the probability thinking, pattern recognition, everything is there, right? AI does the same now, right? All right, then let's go to the fourth one, or the final one, learning from the feedback. Yeah. So I told you that AI doesn't know the answer. AI never provides you the exact 100% correct answer. No. It provides you the best probability, answer with the best probability, and it always learns, right? So, funny thing was, when I was doing my master's research, I provided my problem to ChatGPT. At that time, Claude was not there, so I provided my problem to ChatGPT. It was giving me some options, so I tried one. It doesn't work. So always then I kept providing my feedback. No, this doesn't work. You can't use linear regression here. You have to do the other model. You have to try the other model, like that. So sometimes this is like early versions of ChatGPT. So sometimes it gives me the same answer, keep giving me the same answer in different, language. So I was so pissed off, and I was like, hey, can you just you and uh, and get another one. I need another model. Then yes, then it's like, hey, Isuru, don't get pissed off. I'll provide you another one. So that's a feedback. That's a frustration is a feedback that AI models also get, right? So feedback doesn't mean that you're bad. uh, Sometimes we tend to scold these AI tools as they are human, but they get it as a good feedback, very good feedback, right? And they use it in their training data. Then they come up with a good version, because we every time we know that there's a good version in like monthly or 2 months a time. Every time you get another version in those AI tools, Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT. So that's why they are learning from the feedback. And it's like you try something, it provides a result, and you analyze what happened. Then you again adjust and you ask, no, do it again, do it in this way. And you're asking AI to do it. So why can't we get it in our real life? The same thing. You do something, you get the result, and you audit it, right? You think you do you will have a post plan of it. What happened? What really happened? Where did I go wrong? As an example, if we see, let's say we are planning our week on Monday, right? We are planning our work week, the work stuff, your personal stuff. Let's say, okay, I need to do this feature by Friday. That's your work stuff, right? Then there's another goal. I need to lose 500 grams in this week or 1 kilo in this week, right? Another goal. Then you decompose the stuff, right? Number two that I said. You decompose, you break it down what you have to do. To do this feature, let's say you need to create some technical feature in your app, right? Then you decompose it. Okay, these are the things. This is the backend that I need to use. This is how I do the database connection, these things, right? And let's say if you want to run a marketing campaign or a ad campaign in LinkedIn, so you need to write your ad copies, technically review those ad copies with the domain experts, or you need to copy check the ad copies, you need to do creatives, you need to create the creatives for the ad copies, and you need to run the campaign. So these are the steps that you have to decompose, right? Then you write your ETAs or your timelines, same as your personal goal, right? Let's say you need to lose 1 kilo, but then you need to be in a calorie deficit, right? Calorie deficit. Then you need to plan your meals in the beginning of the week, and you need to eat according to the plan. If anything goes wrong, you need to go back and then get it to the next day and eat less in calories, right? You need to count your calories. So at the end of the week, that means on Saturday, you need to take some time and audit. Okay, what happened in my what happened at my work? Did I complete my steps there? Did I Was I able to do the feature? Was I able to run the ad campaign? Where did it go slow? Did I Let's say you didn't you couldn't create the creative or the graphic that you needed to run that campaign, right? To run a LinkedIn ad, you need to have your ad copy and there should be a graphic. So if your graphic team is not there, or if you could not get the graphic done, right, then that's the place that you kept yourself hold, right? Then you need to identify, then what's the problem, why I'm always getting on hold there, because I'm having the same problem. I don't have the graphic team doesn't have enough resources. So you need to inform that to the correct person, right? If it is a head of your digital marketing or head of your engineering, you need to inform, okay, there's a problem like that. Then you need to identify, okay, did I inform that? Then if I did not inform that, is it in my plan for the next week? And when it comes to your personal goal, did I eat right? Did I eat the way that I planned in the beginning of the week? What happened? Where did I get lost? Did I go to a party, or did I party well, other than doing the diet? You need to audit your week. You need to audit your life. You need to audit your work. So that's what AI does. That's why it always becomes successful. It gives the wrong answer, right? Because we know back in the days, ChatGPT could not count very well. Its counts are always, wrong. So, and sometimes still it can't count the present day that you are writing. Sometimes it say if it is 28 today, ChatGPT still says, "Hey, you are in you it's 26th today." That problem is still there. I saw that, right? But it has improved up to some level again through feedback. Same thing applies to your day-to-day life as well. You do, you get a result, you analyze what really happened, and you do it again. This is a loop, right? You do it again and again. Obviously, then at the end of the month, you have to audit. Okay, so what are the attempts that I went wrong, and what are the successful things that happened, and what is the step that I took, because each step is also a success than the like your previous step that you what you have done to correct that, right? So everything you need to do an audit, same as the AI. So this feedback you need to turn into fuel. That's the fuel in your life, right? With and you need to go let go of this fixed mindset without saying, I'm just bad at math. I can't do, I don't know marketing, because I'm a person who came from a technical background. I knew nothing about marketing, right? I didn't have a degree on marketing. I have in my high school also, I haven't done any, the marketing or the commerce subjects even. uh, I was fully into software engineering, right? Then, and now I was a QA engineer, software tester. So I knew all the technical terms, but not the marketing stuff. I didn't understand the terms, even the pipeline or whatever it is. I didn't understand, right? But I could have even thought, right? I don't know marketing, so I'm not. I should not be. I'm not capable of being a product marketing manager. But no, you learn little by little. You go to Udemy and get the basic course, what you can do about marketing, learn the terms, learn the terms such as a persona, target persona, terms like that, because they are not technical terms, but the marketing terms. So that's how I learn marketing. But I know I'm like still in the process. I'm not there yet, never. So but this is a like journey, I would say. So fixed mindset, being in the industry for like more than 10 years now, the only thing that I have understood is there's nothing called fixed mindset. If you are in it, you will never grow. And it looks, believe me, it looks stupid if you be in the same career or the same path in a, more than 10 years or 12 years. No, you have to take the challenge, and you need to go through, you need to do your learning, and you need to get your feedback and like that. I was getting feedback from day one. They knew that I was not from marketing. They still say, "Hey, Isru, this is not the way." And these regional managers are taking advantage from you. This is not the way. I take the feedback, and then I would not let my others to take advantage of me because I don't know marketing. So it's a continuous learning, auditing, recognizing patterns, everything goes very well with the real life, right? And sometimes we say feedback was mean, but it was never personal. It's your thing, to not to take it personal, but to take it as an advice, right? And we say we tried once, it didn't work, so I don't think it would work. No, if you try something different, it would work. And you can try it, and nobody is there to stop you. It's your choice, right? So with the AI mindset, you can say, what specific thing can I improve? That was my attempt, one of many, and I have so much attempts to go. Who's there to stop you? Nobody. It's you, right? You're the one who's stopping you. And let me try a different approach, of course, right? Of course, because you have time. You are teens and you have time, so make maximum out of that time, right? And this is your toolkit to think as AI and become smarter, right? Pattern thinking. You can ask these questions like, have I seen this before? So, what are the similar things that they have done to achieve this? And decompose or break it down. What is the smallest first step I can choose? I can take, because we know taking the first step is the hardest, right? Taking the smallest step is the hardest, and if you take the first step, 50% of your work is done, right? When you write, if you have done research in your studies, writing the project proposal solves like 70% of your work. If you write the correct project proposal or the research proposal, it solves the 70% of your work. So break it down and work on it, right? Then probability thinking. Go for it. Go for it. Don't wait for the until you know the 100% correct answer, because there's no 100% correct answer. You have to go for it. Then learn from your feedback. Get feedback. Don't take it personal. Take it for your advantage, right? And learn from it. Maybe you can automate the things, automate feedbacks like AI does, right? Go for it. So that is the main four steps or your AI thinking toolkit. And so don't just, just leave this as a motivational talk. No, just pick one skill. As an example, number one, pattern recognition, right? And let's say you need to go to gym, right? But you don't have time. You don't know what to do. See the pattern, right? Maybe wake up like more than like 30 minutes before, and then see what is going to happen. Because if you don't see, if until you don't take the step, nothing happens, right? You need to analyze the pattern and see how they have done it, how the successful people have done it, and go for it, right? Use it on a real problem. Yeah, as an example what I said, right, in your real life. Or maybe take a technical or a problem, or a subject, your study problem, and put it into this toolkit that I provided, right? If you can't work in all these things, just pick one. Maybe pattern thinking, maybe the step of like breaking it down, and go for the probability thinking. Go for it. Go for every probability, every possibility. Go for it, and get feedback. Get feedback from your teachers. Get feedback from your lecturers. It can be mean. That's okay, right? That's okay. Don't take it personal, but use it. So pick one and apply it, and you will notice the changes, right? So to think like an AI, or to think like Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT, you don't have to know machine learning, or you don't need to be an AI engineer, right? You can you can just apply these things. You just need to think like how AI does that. That means these steps. So I think that's all that we have today. Yeah, over to you, Winfred.
Thank you so much, Isiro. That was a very wonderful one. So you don't need to be an AI expert, just think like AI. Okay, so we have a couple of questions, and I'll just go over the first one because of time. So the first one says that pattern thinking helps us spot what's hidden in plain sight. But in tech, AI, sometimes hallucination sees patterns that aren't actually there. So how do we fact check our own brain to make sure that the pattern we think we see in life is actually real and not just us overthinking?
Can I see the question, the text? If I can see the question, because it's not very clear. Do we have the
Okay.
question displayed somewhere?
I would just copy it and paste in the chat box for you to see.
Yeah. Let me stop sharing. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that's the first question.
Mhm.
So it says that pattern thinking basically help us to see what's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
So it's basically asking, oh, how do we fact check that? It's not our brain that is seeing certain patterns, or we're not overthinking. It's actually like patterns of what we have done or what we're doing.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah, so you can look into the successful models that have like already done it, right? As an example, let's say you need to come up with your research proposal, right? You need to come up with your research proposal, and you can look into the previous things that have become successful. You can have a research because there are like plenty of data out there, and you see the result, right? Then you know, okay, these are the things that we need to do. Why won't I follow it? Yeah, that's how you can go for it.
All right, thank you so much. We have another question that says AI trained in one country thinks differently from AI trained in another. Just like a person raised in Sri Lanka thinks differently from someone raised in Germany. So is our training data, our upbringing, school, religion, media, quietly programming our judgments without our permission?
Let me read this again. Yeah.
Okay.
um yeah, so um yeah, this is different from country to country. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it brings the how you, the school that you in, the circle that you select. Yes, that brings the difference. So by training data, mhm, kindly programming. Yeah, so training data can be different. Yes, as an example, I have done a research for the trash data. So this training data from one model to the other model is different. So in that case, from your training data, the specific training data, even though your model is general, by using the different training data from, let's say, country to country or to hospital to hospital, obviously you can build a specific model that is unique to that country or that hospital or to that domain. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think the next question is failing fast and adapting faster makes sense for code because software doesn't actually have feelings. But in real life, failing just feels bad. So how do you separate your emotions from the data so that you can actually learn from setback instead of just feeling discouraged?
Yeah, so the thing is not taking it personal, right? I know failing, yeah, it feels emotional, it makes you sad, but uh that thing is itself a lesson, right? You can obviously do it in another round, a better go, right? So that's why you need to go in loops, right? As an example, let's say you are building your research, the final project, right? You are not giving the, you are not asked to give your what you call the product or the final thesis in like in the one go. No, you are going in loops, so you get your feedback. You maybe the feedback, because I remember when I do my project proposal, what I proposed in the very beginning is not the one that I delivered at last, because I was given so much of feedback. Then I learned it, and my model was incorrect. I have to go back and redo the model like that. So then finally, with all those feedback, my final model was selected to present in another conference as well. So yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay, thank you. The last question is, if thinking like AI becomes the ultimate mental cheat code and everyone starts doing it, what is the unique human skill we need to keep developing? So basically,
Uh,
the person is saying, if
hmm,
thinking like AI, everyone starts doing that, what will be unique to me, Winifred? What will be unique to you? Is you, and how do we keep developing that?
yeah. I think it is the auditing, because it can give you answers. It doesn't have any emotions, right? As an example, if you, I know people nowadays use it as therapists, right? You say your problems to your AI tool, right? And it gives you a set of, couple of good answers. But sometimes it doesn't give you the best answer. And sometimes it doesn't know what's your background is, right? So you need to audit it, you need to analyze it, because human still is always smarter than the AI tool. AI is nowhere when when you compare it to the human brain, right? It's way more back. So always you need to audit it, you need to try it, and yeah, that's a skill that means you can't depend 100% on AI answer, right? It can be your technical thing, it can be whatever the decisions that you take in life. No, so you need to audit it. You need to think, is it the right thing? And you need to have that capability, because with the AI answers, all the answers with AI tools given, we are forgetting that we have that capability. We forget that we are smart. The human brain is the one who developed the AI tool as well. We forget that, right? So you need to have the skill of auditing what is said by the AI tool.
Okay, thank you so much. I think that's all the question in the chat box. Thank you. This was really an amazing session. So I'm going to definitely take back. We can think like AI doesn't mean we're actually AIs. We're human brains, and we definitely did build this AI that we are actually using. So let's definitely think like AI. Anyways, before we wrap this up, I would like to share some amazing opportunities for you to continue your learning journey with things in AI. As a special thank you for being here today, you can enjoy 20% of any of these courses using the code you can see on your screen. So just scan it or visit learn.thinksinai.com to explore our courses. We have new courses, future ready careers in the age of AI, and even get ready with prompt engineering. So just scan it and get 20% off using that code. Also, join us in August 10th to 14th for our AI for Good incubator. It's a 5 days bootcamp style program, and you are definitely going to learn and enjoy it. So please scan the code that can see on your screen and register. Also, if you are 16 and older, kindly join our alumni community on LinkedIn using the code you can see on your screen as well. This is where you get first-hand information about things in AI so that you are not going to lose any opportunity. You get to see everything there. Our mission is to empower the next generation of responsible AI leaders and innovators. And we need your passion and creativity to make that vision a reality. So don't forget to stay curious and keep learning. Remember, your future is in your hand. We have a lot of courses that you can go through, check in, make sure you learn, make sure you keep learning, basically stay curious. So thank you again for joining in. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your participation. We look forward to seeing you at future events, workshop, and in our AI things in AI community. And I'm looking forward to see you in August for our AI for Good incubator. I really want to see you there. But until then, stay inspired, stay innovative, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone.